church, you have to hear today that you too will have to volitionally, without any coercion, God will not coerce you to be crucified. He will say to you, will you give yourself to me? Will you fulfill my purpose? Or do I have to go to another? I want you all to hear that today, because I was so upset. I'm going to tell you, and I'm sorry, Matthew Henry. I said, I can't do it anymore. It was 4 a.m. I went to sleep, and within 90 seconds, I had a dream. And in that dream, I'm sitting, and there's an executive, I'm in an office, there's an executive desk in front of me, but I ain't on the executive side. I'm sitting back in the two chairs. And my replacement, the one who would carry out the purpose of God that I was called to, was sitting there. And he was on the phone to the big guy. And I was trying to say to him, please let him know I can't pay my rent. Please see if he'll lower my rent $500. And I woke up. Don't tell me God doesn't speak. I have been crucified with Christ. And I have given myself to him volitionally, that I would remain in the atonement. I want to help you with this issue of sin. Sin always presents itself first. It presents as an attitude. Ever before it becomes anything else and grows into death. Sin is truly attitudinal. And what remaining in the atonement does for a man, we've been taught the classical Greek, definition of sin. It's missing the mark. Oh, please, guys, go back to school. Get out of first grade. That is not the biblical definition of sin. The biblical definition of sin is lawlessness. Mm-hmm. And it's what rises up in the human heart to say, God, you tricked me. You're not fair. You're not fair. I know you're sovereign. Why did you allow this to happen in my life? You could have done it another way. I don't think I can agree with you any longer. I want you to understand something very clear. I want to nail it to the cross. All of salvation is about you continually remaining in agreement with God by faith. By faith. I can't get it more succinct and spot on than that. Now, that's a hard thing to do, and you'll be crucified. You will suffer great pain getting there. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because we have been so ruined by sin. So ruined by our separation from God. I want you to see what was instituted from the beginning going all the way to the end. It's very important to understand this. You have again, classical covenant theory. This is coming out of Dutch, again, Reformed, classic Dutch Reformation, which is a little separate from Calvinism. But it's interesting how they look at the covenant with Adam. They look at it as perfect obedience brings eternal life. And I say, really? It's just the law? That's what happened in the garden? I want to share this with you. A man much more brilliant than I states it better than I do. This man is no longer here. He was an incredible teacher, pastor, totally castigated and cast out of the Southern Baptist Convention. This was back in the 1950s. Here's what he says. What is this eternal life which God has given to men in his Son? It is something other than mere endless existence. It's not just about time, eternity. There is no necessity. Here's one you may not have understood. There is no necessity for God to act, to bestow endless existence upon men. For from creation, immortality in the sense of endless existence is an inalienable endowment of mankind. The Bible affirms the endless existence of every human being, whether saved or lost. Many do not want to swallow that one. There's what's called the destructionist theory. Oh no, when man is thrown, lost man is thrown in the lake of fire, he's destroyed there. No, that's not what Jesus said. He says, where the fire do not go out. It teaches endless suffering. I can't swallow it, but I'm not the one. It affirms endless existence either in suffering or felicity. That alone should scare everybody that hears this today. Be careful how you live your life. So eternal life then isn't about endless existence. That's certainly not what the Apostle John taught. It is a particular quality of life. Eternal life is about quality, which emanates from God rather than a mere extension of existence. For man, it is the reception and enjoyment, the felicity, if you will, of the essential life of God himself. Remember, it said that Adam would walk with God in the cool of the day. He would come and walk with him every day. This was about quality of life. And it is the gracious participation in the very life of God.